heading into our next tribal. We unfortunately just lost our last immunity challenge. It was a little bit difficult. It felt like we were all kind of on the same page and doing well, but we just could not find the last tile in the sand, which seems to be a pattern for our tribe, with the Frank having the same issue on the first day. I think this is going to be a really interesting tribal. I think it could be me that goes home. Could be Josh. I'm really hoping it's Josh. He's like the one person on the tribe that's kind of getting annoying, and he's on the other side and his name's coming out. So hopefully they're not lying to me and we do have enough votes to get Josh. But I guess we'll see here in a little bit. I'm not sure, but it's been really fun. I think I have alliances set up, or I feel like lines are forming, but this is really going to be the true factor in all this. Everybody could just be lying to my face, so we'll see how it goes.
Who are you most comfortably aligned with at this point in the game?
At this point, I really like Danny and Lena. The problem with Danny is I feel like everybody really likes Danny and everybody is close to Danny. I really like Lena too. I feel like I've connected with her. I've started to connect with Alex a little bit more over the past day, which has been nice. But I feel like those are the three people I talk the most to. I would say maybe Natalie as well. But Amanda, Jeff, Josh, and Ryan even have all been really hard to crack. It's hard to get past like kind of the friendly side and into game talk with them, but hopefully if I stick around we'll be able to move into that territory.
And have there been any like strong group factions that have formed, or has it been more one-on-one relationships at this point?
It's been lots of little groups, but the groups all overlap. It's like 1,000 little Venn diagrams. Every time somebody walks away, at least a few people go with it, and it feels like it's a lot of different groups all the time. But it does seem like the Ryan, Josh side might be there, and with Amanda on that side and the other people on the other side, but I'm not sure. I mean, this is really going to be the first true lines drawn in the sand, so we'll see.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
Meredith.
Thank
Follow
you.
me.
Are you Barry Ishawaka?
So, last night when we got back to camp, we realized the day was over and we just got to like talk. I started to see more people start to pair off with each other. I definitely feel like the game is really kicking into high gear for Jovian. Having an easy first vote with Frank made it so that not really lines were drawn in the sand. But it's fitting that we had lines in the sand for our challenge because they are being drawn tonight. It is fucking messy. And with 10 minutes to pull off this plan, thank God I strategized the night before, because the plan is to vote off Josh. However, Josh at the last tribal council found an advantage or a scroll or a clue or something, and he was the only person left back at camp while we all got water. So he had time to read it, had time to look. He constantly is going pee. I don't know. He's been very messy, and I have found that he clearly doesn't care who he's aligned with. I've heard he's in a 5-person alliance with this people. He tried to form a 5-person alliance with me in the morning. I'm like, you can't be aligned with everybody, so you might as well be aligned with the pre-jury when you're going and sitting with them earlier today. But I think the plan is between Meredith and Josh. I am hoping that Josh feels comfortable enough that he won't play anything that he has and he can go. We keep Meredith, and I think moving forward, my solid group, in my opinion, would be Meredith, myself, Elena, Alex, and Natalie. I think that's a great group to like continue working with. And after this tribal council, Amanda's like immunity will finally run up. They took out Carrie, so bye-bye Amanda. I love you so much. You played really hard on our tribe, but maybe a little bit too hard. You gotta read the room. Our tribe was much more kumbaya, and you said you don't care who you're aligned with, you just want to be with majority, you just want to do this. Okay, so if you don't care who we're aligned with, then you don't care about our numbers, and you care about the numbers you keep talking about at Blazar. So you can, I don't know how that's like helpful. Like that doesn't make any sense to us. So I think in my ideal world, Josh goes home tonight, that advantage is gone, Amanda goes next, and we're going into the merge with a solid group of pink that will want to target the purple tribe. Now, where the wheels can fall off this fucking wagon is I did not tell Amanda, because Amanda and Josh are close. I also didn't tell Ryan, but apparently Ryan knows, so like that doesn't help me with my relationship with Ryan. And I think I've caught Ryan in a lie. He said his last name was Williams, but why do I know his last name starts with a C? I'm pretty sure I recognize him from Live to Give, like season 6 or something, and he's really good at individual immunities, so I'm going to be keeping that in mind, keeping other things in mind that people have been saying, but I think as long as Josh feels delusionally comfortable in his position, then he won't play anything, and he'll get the boot.
All right, thank you.
Awesome. I should ramble in.
I can just talk about whatever. Woohoo! I love talking about myself. Today has been a little more chaotic than yesterday. Seems like yesterday's vote early in the morning. We love going to tribal in the morning. Hopefully it's the last time you see us today. But not the last time you see me. I'm like, I want to stay. Yeah, yesterday's vote seemed a little more cut and dry. Today it was like a scramble when we got back to camp after we lost that early morning challenge. I am still not 100% on where I'm going to vote. I'm caught 50-50 between two people, and I'm trying to find the numbers. I'm trying to figure out who I can trust. I've had a lot of people say, you're good, like, we want you in this, but it seems like there's like 5 core 5s that are forming. Some of them I'm in, some of them I'm not. One of them is all dudes, I feel like, which I'm like, or there's like an alliance of what seems to be like the 4 dudes. I'm trying to trust the people that I'm aligned with, but I just can't decide. So I guess we'll see when I vote where I'm headed, but I really do want to trust Ryan, but he seems the most sneaky to me, but I feel like we could do so well together. So, but I really like Alex. That's kind of trying to lean on them. Maybe they blindside me, but I just want to be on the right side of the votes, and I don't want to go home. I hope they're not, hopefully my name hasn't been thrown out there, but we'll see. Shout out to you, Caitlin, Logan, Jake, for watching, hopefully. Trying to make you guys proud. That's it.
What makes Ryan so sneaky?
I don't know. First of all, he told me, he's like, Josh says that you and I are too close. And I'm like, boy, I don't even know you. And then he comes up today. I feel like I'm talking too loud.
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
I promise.
He comes up today and he's like, I want to run this shit with you. I want to go to the end. And I'm like, yesterday you were like, get away from me, girl. So I just can't. I'm trying to be trustworthy. Like, I'm trying to be loyal. I'm trying to be like, drag me with you, because I feel like that's how a lot of people view me right now at this point in the game, is like as a number, and I want to keep it that way. I don't want them to be like, Lena's doing too much. So I think that's I haven't got a good read on him because he's told me a couple different things.
And who are the two people you're in between right now going into tribal council?
Meredith and Josh.
And any pros and cons with each of them?
Yeah, I would say I'm really torn because I think I have a stronger relationship with Josh, but I'm not sure if, again, he's just playing me. But I'm concerned that he has an immunity. I do think he has some strong allies, or some people who view him as a good person to have. I think Ryan really likes him as kind of I think he sees him as very loyal, so he's going to want to take him along. That's also why I don't trust Ryan. I feel like he's got like a bunch of people who are all over him. But Meredith, I don't know if she has any strong connections with, I don't know if her connections are strong enough to keep her. So I don't know if I want to keep her, and then it feels like then I'm on the outside of the vote. If she goes home and I voted for her, it's because Josh has all these connections, and then they're all going to be turning on to me, and I don't want that. So debating if it's just where I think the vote's going to go.
All right, thank you very much.
Sorry, that was like word
No, that was
vomit.
good.
Okay.
You're doing good.
Figure out how to change the battery. I don't know how to do that.
Just
They
pop
want to
this out.
swap. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so we're back here. I didn't want to be back here yet, because now we're down in numbers even further with them cutting. We're back here. I didn't want to be back here yet, because now we're down in numbers even further with them cutting carry, which kind of makes sense, kind of doesn't, but in terms of an upcoming swap or anything like that, some of us are going to get swap screwed, and I feel like I was close to carry, so if I were in that position, and like I was swapped in with her, she could at least kind of vouch for me to kind of skate through a little further, but we'll see. For right now, the plan is Josh, to my knowledge, he has no idea. He thinks it's Meredith. He's been pushing it, like everyone's kind of been saying it's Meredith. I thought we were super tight yesterday morning, and that's kind of shifted over the course of yesterday, and then this morning on our way up here, he was like, yeah, I feel super tight with you and Ryan. I'm like, okay, where was that yesterday when you were like forming groups of 5 with Ryan, but not me? So we're pretty sure he has something. I had the thought a little bit that if he has something and he plays it, or it gets like goes out with him, is that gonna end up right back at our camp right in time for a swap and have one of them find it? I don't know. Too late to worry about that now. I feel super tight with Lena and Ryan still. A little nervous on the read for how tight Ryan and Josh are. I feel like Ryan's closer to me, but I don't know. And I feel like I'm closer to Meredith and Jeff now, which is good. I'm still kind of on the fence about Natalie. I know we're all in kind of the blindside plan for that, but I don't know how she feels about me and such. And Amanda, I just straight up don't trust. She has no reason to be loyal to us, especially being the numbers being the way they're at. So
if we do end up going back to tribal, hopefully we won't. She's an easy target, but hopefully it won't come to that, and we'll kind of figure it out from there. But that's where I'm currently sitting.
Has there been any talks about idols or advantages?
Josh found something on the way back from tribal yesterday, and Josh is by himself fairly regularly. So that's part of the plan, is we think that Josh has something. And if he is, he's not telling anyone about it, which is smart for him. I would do the same thing. But if, like, you get caught getting some sort of clue to an advantage, like, people are going to have to wonder. And, like, Danny spotted him. So I'm assuming that there's one in hands of someone on our tribe right now. And hopefully it is. Hopefully that's irrelevant for the vote today.
All right, thank you very much.
Yep.
Bowling shoes?
Okay, so this round I'm starting to get a little into my head. So as of yesterday, it was going to be Josh. This morning it was going to be Josh. Then there was talk of Josh finding something inside of the propane tank over yonder, and that's a little unnerving. I talked to Danny and Natalie, and one decoy is Meredith, and then for the next round with Amanda, I'm the decoy. Like, obviously I'm like, oh yeah, okay. But inside I'm like, not chill. So that makes me question how in I am with Danny and Natalie. And it raises some alarms. I talked to Ryan, and Ryan seemed to be good with Josh, but then as we get up to the pool deck, he's like, I think if we get rid of Josh, we might be on the bottom next. And I was like, well, shit. Doing the numbers, obviously, that would be Danny, Meredith, Lena, and sorry, Jeffrey Hungry. I should be going with my gut on this one, but my gut is hungry, and you can't trust that. So, I'm kind of a mess in my head right now. I need some carbs. Not rice. Those carbs suck. So I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm talking in circles.
Is there anybody in particular you feel really tight with and want to work with going forward?
It was Ryan until I was like, well, then we should then switch to Meredith so that the girls don't have us on the bottom. Yeah? And he goes, I don't know. And I was like, what? Yo, vague answers mean trouble. Or he's in his head thinking maybe I'm closer with the other side than I'm giving to him. I don't know. I would have that thought too. So I think everybody's being cautious, and I wish people would be direct, because that's what I'm trying to do. Um,
Kinda.
uh, so, I don't know. My left brain says Meredith, my right brain says Josh, and I am just hoping I can get through this round and there's a swap coming. That would be nice. So, because I got a friend over there. Don's gone, so I'm missing that friend. Because that whole deal went way south.
Who's the friend over there?
James. Yeah, I played with him in Reelfoot Season 8.
Okay.
So, and I also know Angela from Reelfoot.
So would you consider, if you got to that point,
Possibly.
over?
I'd have to feel them out, because obviously I wasn't put on their tribe. So they could be close and be like, well, you know, we knew you, Jeff, but we don't know you right now, like these people. And I would understand. But my intentions are to eventually work with them, because clearly none of these people can give me a straight answer, except for maybe Lena. But I think she would save her ass if before saving me. So I understand that too. I don't know. I'm gonna vote for Josh.
All right, thank you very much.
All right.
Thanks, Jeff.
My alien head is spinning right now. This tribal is going to be a absolute, it's going to be chaos because no one knows what anybody's doing. Maybe some people do, but I'm feeling kind of in the middle and not getting full truths right now. The people I've been getting close to are, well, wanted to work with, still want to. Jeff, Lena, Alex, and Natalie, but I don't know if they're on the same wavelength right now. The two names I heard out toss most are Josh. People are worried he has an idol that he found potentially at the last tribal. So news to me this morning. And then Meredith as well. Ideal scenario would probably be if Josh got spooked, played his idol, and the votes that were cast for Meredith would go home, because Josh has actively wanted to work with me, and it keeps all the people that I want to work with in the game. Downside, if I vote for Meredith, potentially 3 of the people that I said I want to work with, I might not be working with them anymore, and then I'll be in a minority in the next vote with me and Jeff. So it's a lot of things are spinning in the head right now. Kind of tough spot, but that's what we came here for. Have some fun. This alien head curse thing has been absolutely terrible. Couldn't really help out in the challenge, which we lost, and obviously couldn't help like solve any of the problems, so that one kind of sucked. And then talking to people as well, I guess it helped hide my facial expressions for when I was just throwing out some gibberish, but otherwise I couldn't talk to people as easy, and didn't really like the groups that I saw going on to these alien eyes. So yeah, head spinning. I think it's probably going to be a last minute vote at tribal, which I always hate seeing that on TV, and now I'm here saying it myself, so I want to kick myself for that. But yeah, it's going to be a fun one. We're going to see what happens. I don't think it's going to be great. And Amanda did her job. She absolutely put us in chaos, so kudos to you.
You mentioned that you were getting half-truths earlier. Who do you feel, anyone in particular, that you're getting vague responses from?
I actually think Meredith lied to me about hearing Alex's name, which I was kind of surprised by. And that's what spooks me for this next vote. If Josh goes, me, Jeff, and Alex could potentially be on the bottom. And then Lena, Natalie, Danny, Meredith would control the tribe and then just be us three. And potentially Alex could even be in that group too. So after that, if Josh goes, Jeff and me could potentially be the next boots, barring some swap or something, but still don't want to be in that spot because I'm not going to have too many friends at that point, so not good for me. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Cool. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
Alright, I think this vote is making me a little more nervous than the last one. I think that's going to happen every time the tribe gets a little smaller because there's more odds that my name could be thrown out. Although it seems like everybody is on the same page as voting for Meredith. I feel pretty good because every single person just immediately has been like, Meredith, Meredith, Meredith. And also I know the other plans that could be happening. Like the two names that were thrown out to her, neither of them were mine. But the thing that also makes me nervous is it's possible that just a group of 5 said that and are trying to use Meredith as a decoy and then could get me out. That's the only scenario I think I could get voted out. But I don't think any real strong alliances have formed yet because everyone's still talking to everybody. You see groups going off and mixing and matching. So there's that, and I know this vote probably is going to be my most dangerous one because it's the first one that I could get voted out with my advantage, and I know there's no chance that they have seen or noticed it since I picked it up and since that first day because it's just been in my bag. So, and it's going to be staying in a pocket in my bag forever, and until I use it. So I don't think they'll be able to find it or anything. So if someone saw it, they would have brought it up immediately, and then I would have, and then I'd be going home tonight. So I think if I make it past this, I should be fine on the advantage front. So that'll be nice and easy.
What was the advantage?
The advantage, I have a safe without power, so I can just play it and leave tribal council before the vote, right before we cast the votes, and then I can't be voted for, but I can't vote either. There's also been a decent amount of idle talk. I don't think anyone's found it, but who knows? I certainly haven't. Yeah, so honestly, I don't think there's much use in fretting about who has an idol, who might not. You got to just prepare for it in your voting plan and then just go. But wasting energy on that's kind of pointless, except to put a target on someone's back. In terms of people I'm working with, I'm getting really close with, I think Alex and Danny are probably my 1 and 2 right now. I really want to work with Ryan, I think, because I know he's close with just everyone seems to want to work with Ryan. So I definitely do as well, but I don't know. He seems to be talking a lot with a bunch of people and getting close to Jeff, and Jeff's like probably the one person I'm still like iffy about. Also, the next vote probably is going to be Amanda just because she's new, so I'm not super worried about the next round, but yeah. Anything else that I should wonder about?
That's pretty good.
I don't know if I've gone too long.
No, you're good. That's perfect.
Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, Josh.
So this is the first vote I have since switching tribes. I'm very, very happy to have immunity today, because otherwise I can almost say with 100% certainty that I would be gone. The transition from tribe to tribe has been a little bit tough. I don't know if they are thinking about numbers for the merge, right? If I go back with my original tribe, we'll be at 9 right now, and they would be at 7 after this vote. But nobody is really talking strategy with me at this point. They're collectively voting still. So hopefully I'm gonna work after this to try to get a couple people to realize eventually that's gonna have to end, and get some people on my side with that. Camp life has been fine. Everybody kind of helps out, much quieter than my other camp. Yeah, so I guess we'll see where we go from here.
Has there been talk about idols or advantages at all?
I know people are looking for the idol. It's a, not a super big camp, so people go to get water, and you see them looking, but I don't know of anyone that has anything, but I think it could have been found before I got here.
In terms of like social dynamics, back on your old tribe, was there an alliance or people in particular you would be wanting to work with in a swap, or would you want to stay loyal to the new tribe that you're with?
I would jump back. So I would go back. I originally aligned with a group of people from there. Do you want me to name them? Or?
Yeah.
With Angela, Jorge, Kevin, Savannah, myself, and James. With kind of the 4 main being me, Jorge, Angela, and Kevin. I don't know where that stands now, so we'll see. But the one day I spent with them, I feel more secure in those relationships than the ones I've had here. Everyone is very, very wary of me and very, very wary if I talk about the game at all. So it's been really, really difficult to get to know people or get anyone on my side. So.
Do you have any plan on how to break into this current situation?
going to try to turn them against each other. I think that's all I got.
All right, thank you very much. I love you.
Somebody's going to shit talk about something.
So going into tribal, I feel okay. I feel like I can't really feel like 100% going into tribal regardless. Right now, the tribe is driving really well. I think there are a couple of outcasts that, unfortunately, we're all kind of talking about now. So I am personally going to be voting for Josh today. I think that is the plan. We've told Josh it's going to be Meredith. I don't know if he's bought into that. I think we're also taking a huge chance on Josh because we also think he has a hidden immunity. There's been some rumors floating around the camp that he might have gotten one from the last tribal somehow. But also he's been going off on his own like a lot, and he claims he has to pee a lot, but like he's gone off and has been gone for like a long period of time. Even throughout the night, apparently people were waking up and like he just wasn't there at camp. So it's a big risk. If we all are voting Josh like we say we're voting, then it'll be him going home. And then from there, I guess we'll see how it goes. But other than that, I mean, I think everybody's driving pretty well. We all get along. I think we're all kind of anticipating a merge eventually. So we're trying to keep the tribe as strong as possible going into the merge. But yeah, that's...
Kind of with that same framework, thinking about potential merge, are you wanting to stay loyal to your tribe, or how do you feel like you stack up amongst your tribe mates?
Definitely, I want to stay loyal to the tribe. I feel like, I mean, they could be lying straight to my face. But I feel loyal. I think we've all kind of talked about being loyal, especially because looking at the other team, we've noticed some of their strengths and weaknesses, and I think we feel comfortable going into a merge where if we have the numbers, we can still kind of beat them in a vote. Maybe not so much endurance, strength, like those kinds of things, but you never know. I think it depends on who they vote out too before the merge, but yeah, I mean, I think we're all going to try and stay loyal. We all, the personalities are great on this team, so we're all, yeah, gearing up for that.
And is there anyone in particular that you're feeling tightly aligned with? Or like any sort of core alliance or anything at this point?
Yes and no. I feel like there's like a bunch of alliances going on right now. I've been pulled into like 3 or 4 different groups of people, and they all are still kind of like the same group of people, but like 1 or 2 people are kind of swapped out. I don't know if that's a good thing. I feel like a lot of people have come up to me and said I give them good vibes, but again, that could be a good thing, a bad thing. I don't know. I don't think I'm really like super tight with anybody. I didn't want to make a final 2 or a final 3 deal just yet. I think I want to kind of feel that out before I start like making a strong alliance like that. So far, everyone feels loyal, even in the groups that we've been in. So, I mean, maybe later on I'll have one, but right now I feel like we're kind of all just together as a group.
Cool. That's all from me.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. I will walk you over.